Hello students, in previous part of this chapter we have read about force. Now we know that force is responsible for the motion. Let's study about the laws of motion. So we have three laws of motion. These laws are also known as Newton's law of motion. Why is it so? Because Newton is the scientist who stated these laws. He studied on the motion and stated these laws. So let's start with the first law. So first law of motion is according to the first law of motion, a body will remain at rest or in motion until an external force is applied on it. What it means? It means if a body is at rest, it will remain at rest until we apply a force to move it. And a body, if it is in motion, it will remain in motion until we apply a force to stop it. That means these positions cannot be changed on its own. Alright? Let's take an example. In your book, there is an activity that is 9.2 activity. What it states, we have taken an empty glass and a cardboard, and on that cardboard we have a coin of 5 rupees, right? Now if we flip this card, this card will get a motion and shift to this side. Okay, and the coin will drop into the glass. Why it happens? This is because we have applied force on the card, not on the coin, right? So if we have applied force on the card moved or get in motion, but coin remain at the same position and drop down into the glass. This stated that first law, if the body is at rest or in motion until we apply an external force. Okay. So what is this property called? This property of remaining at rest and in motion is known as inertia. What is inertia? Inertia is the property of a body to remain at rest or in motion until a force is applied. Right? This is the property to resist the motion or rest. So inertia is of 3 types. Let's study about the inertia. Inertia is of 3 types. First is inertia at rest or inertia of rest. So first type of inertia is inertia of rest. It said that a body will remain at rest until a force is applied. That means if a body is at rest, it will remain at rest until we push it or pull it. Okay, we have studied an example that a ball is lying on the table and it will lie on the same state until we push it or pull it, right? Inertia of rest has another example also. When you sit in a bus and it start moving suddenly, right? What you feel? You fall backward. Why is it so? Because your lower part, which is in contact with the bus, start moving, but the upper part of the body, which is not in the contact of the bus, doesn't move and remain at rest, right? When that force applied by the bus to move get unbalanced, our upper part also start moving with the bus. Okay, next type of the inertia is inertia of motion. So what is inertia of motion? It states a body which is in motion does not stop on its own. What it means? It means if a body is in motion, it will remain in motion until we apply a force. Okay, let's take similar example of the bus. When you are traveling in a bus and bus suddenly stops, you fall forward, right? Why? Because the lower part of the body, which is in contact with the bus, stops suddenly, but the upper part of the body is in motion with the inertia of motion, right? So this is an example which is related to inertia of motion. Third is inertia of direction. So what is inertia of direction? Same, a body will remain in same direction until a force is applied. What it means? It means if the force is applied on a body, then only the direction will get changed. Let's take the same example of the bus. When the bus take a turn suddenly, what you feel? You fall to the right. If the bus is turning to the left, you will fall right. Why? Because your body is following the same direction. The upper part of the body is following the same direction due to the inertia of the direction. But the lower part of the body continues with the bus. Alright. Now, according to the inertia, we observe something. That means some of the object can be moved easily and some of the object cannot be moved easily. Have you observed? Yes. Lighter objects can be moved with a small force, right? But the heavier object cannot be moved with the small force. They need more force to get in motion. So, because of this, we have that heavier object has greater inertia. And lighter object have small inertia, right? That means inertia is dependent on mass of the body. If the mass of the body is large, inertia will be large. If the mass of the body is light or less, the inertia will be small. Alright, so this is it for this video. We have studied first law of motion. In the next video we will study about the second law of motion.